welcome to my channel, and today I am going to do EXP 22 Excel chapter 8 hands-on exercise assessment. Basically this is the 8th chapter of Excel section of this Pearson course, and in this video I will be doing this assignment step by step, and you can get your assignment done by watching this complete video. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Word, Excel, PowerPoint or Access assignments, then you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, mathematics or statistics. At start of instruction, we are given with project description. There is nothing to solve in this project description, but I suggest you to read this project description well and get an idea about the assignment. Then this will be easy for you to solve this assignment on your own. Then we have main part of the assignment, that is steps to perform to complete this project, and we have a total of 13 steps to get this assignment or get this project done. In this video, I am not only going to solve these questions or steps for you, I am also going to make you learn Microsoft Excel as well. So if you want to do this assignment or if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, then you are supposed to follow me and you are supposed to watch this complete video. Then you will be able to do this on your own. So now let's move to step number 1 or question number 1 of the assignment. And question number 1 of the assignment is saying, start Excel, download and open the file named EXP22 Excel chapter 8 hands-on exercise assessment. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of file name. So this is the Excel workbook that we are supposed to use. We will apply all the instructions, all the steps to this Excel workbook, and we will make this Excel workbook in the final form for the submission. So your first task in this assignment is to download and open this Excel workbook. There is nothing else to solve in step number 1. That's why we will move to step number 2 of the assignment, because step number 1 of the assignment is just about downloading of this Excel workbook. So now let's move to step number 2. Step number 2 is saying, you will calculate the standard deviation and variance of the test scores within the sample. So now we are supposed to calculate the standard deviation and variance of the test score within a sample. Enter a function in cell H9 to calculate the standard deviation of the sample of text scores in the range C4 up to C53. So first of all, we will go to cell H9. H9 is here and we are supposed to use standard deviation. So now we are supposed to click on data analysis, okay, and we are supposed to perform single factor ANOVA. Okay, select this one, ANOVA single factor. Oh sorry, it is two factor. Let me see single factor, this one. Okay, click OK. Now our input range is given in the instruction. Our input range is B3 up to D53. Okay, so we will type B3 up to D53 here. Then we are supposed to ensure label in the first row check box. This one, check this label in the first row, check the box. Okay, then our output range should be in cell F7. So click output range and select F7 from here. This is F7. Okay, then okay, click OK, this one. B3 up to D53. Why it is giving me error? B3 up to D53. One second. Single factor ANOVA. Okay, click on data analysis, select Innova single factor. Then our input range is B3 up to D53. We are supposed to check this box and output range should be in cell F7. So that is the result. Now we are supposed to select F column up to L. Go to home tab, go to format and click auto fit column width, this one. So that is all about step number 5 where we were supposed to perform Innova single factor. Okay. Now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 6. Your hypothesis, you hypothesize that there is a negative relationship between attendance and test scores. Your next assessment is an analysis of trend between set scores and attendance. Make the combined score worksheet active. Combined score worksheet sample, this one. Make this active. Create a covariance report using the input range C3 up to D153. Okay. And the output range H3. Be sure to include the labels in the first row. Set the column width column I to J to 13. So now we are supposed to go to data tab again, click data analysis, and we are supposed to perform covariance. This one, select this one, click OK. Now our input range is C3 up to D153, that is given into the instruction. We are supposed to make sure that we will check the box for the label in the first row. Output range is also given, that is H3. Okay. H3 is output range, click OK. Now we are supposed to make the width of column I to J to 13. So we will select column I and J, go to home tab, go to format and click column width and make the width to 13 points, this one. And that is all about step number 6. So we have completed 6 steps. Now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 7. Use the analysis tool pack to create a histogram starting in cell H8 using the input range D4 up to D153 and the bin range is F4 up to F6. Include the cumulative percentage in the chart output. Position the chart so that the upper left column begins in cell H13. So now we are supposed to use the data analysis tool pack to create a histogram. Okay. So again, let me go to data tab, click data analysis, and now we are supposed to select this option, that is for the histogram. Click OK. Now input range is C D4 up to D153. Okay, and our bin range is also given, that is F4 up to F6. So in bin range we are supposed to type F4 up to F6. Okay, then select, then this is saying include cumulative percentage in the chart output. Select cumulative percentage. Okay, chart output. Okay, position. Okay, position the chart so that the upper left column begin in cell H13. Here. Okay, so we have created a histogram. Okay, based on the information given here. We were supposed to use D4 up to D153 as input range, then F4 up to F6 as the bin range, and then we were supposed to include the cumulative percentage and chart output. So and we are supposed to make sure that this should be begin in H13 here. Okay, so that is all about step number 7. So we have completed 7 steps. Now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 8. Your data only contains data from student with up to 10 absences. However, you want to predict the impact on the test score of student with more than 10 absences. Your last task is to create a forecast sheet to predict the impact of up to 15 absences on set scores. On the combined score sample worksheet, select B3 up to D153 and sort by column D, smallest to largest. Next, create a forecast sheet based on the range C3 up to D153. Use 15 as the forecast and value. Format the newly created chart with chart style 2. Position and resize the chart so it spans the range F3 up to L15. Rename the worksheet forecast. So now we are supposed to create a forecast sheet. So now first of all, on the combined sample score, we are supposed to select B3 up to D153. B3 is here and we are supposed to select B3 up to D153. We have selected this. Okay. Now go to Home tab, go to Sort and Custom Sort. We are supposed to select by column D. It is saying and sort by column D. Column D is absences. Okay. And that should be from smallest to largest. Okay. Click OK. Now it is saying next create a forecast sheet based on the range C3 up to D153. C3 here up to D153. Select this one and we are supposed to create a forecast sheet. Go to Data tab and click Forecast. Now it is saying use 15 as the forecast and value. Forecast and value is here. Make this to 15. Okay. And click Create. So we have created a forecast sheet. Now it is saying format the newly created chart with chart style 12. Select the chart. Okay. And go to chart design and apply chart style 12. This one. Okay. Now it is saying resize the chart so it span F3 up to L15. F3 up to L15. Here. Here. Okay. So we were supposed to resize this chart so that it should span F3 up to L15. Now rename the worksheet as forecast. Right click on that and click rename and type forecast. So in this video I have solved 8 steps for you. That is almost 80% of the assignment that I have solved for you in this video. But if you want me to do this complete assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Word, Excel, PowerPoint or Access assignments, then you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, etc. My WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Please contact me either through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses and I will produce best grade for you. Thank you so much again.